Hello, my name is Amina Jimo, and I'll be going over the Tableau assignment for this class. So we were required to take the reports from 3 rounds of CAPSIM, of the capstone simulation, and then put those information into an Excel file and then bring it onto Tableau to make insights on the um, graphs. And the very first sheet screen you can see on the screen is the data source, and that contains every information from Capsen. The first sheet is measured by company, so we can see how um, each company performed in the market. So in the market, the industry average is 4.651, and you can see what companies are performing as well as the others. So in the market, you can see that 4 companies are performing better than the industry average. One is slightly close to it, and 3 companies, Andrews, Baldwin, and Garrett, aren't performing as well as the other companies. So this graph makes it easy for us to see how companies perform against the market average. The second one was to make a chart to show the 3 least performing um, companies. And I did it this way so we can see how it performs, how the 3 companies perform um, compared to the other companies. So from here we can see that the 3 companies in red is Andrews, Baldwin, and Garrett. So when we go here, Andrews first, and we can see the timeline. So in round one, they were performing at 0.380, and the average in round one was 1.590. So you can see how that differs. For round two, Andrews was performing at 0.52, and the industry average was 1.590. So you could also see. And for the third round, the industry average was 1.470, and you can see in round three, Andrews is 0.580. And the second least performing company was Baldwin. So we could click Baldwin right here, and we can see in the first round they were performing at 1.190, and the the market average was 1.590. So they were performing below the average. And then for the second round, it was 1.130, and the average was 1.590, which again below the average. And for the third round, Baldwin was performing at 1.320, and the average was 1.470. So they were almost close right here in the third round. So we can basically see that everything below this average weren't performing as well. Um, they weren't performing as well as other companies in the market. Um, for Garrett, we can also see the same insights I made. Um, Garrett for the first round was performing at 0.820, and the second round was 0.740, and then the third round was 0.730. So they lost some points from the second round to the third round. Then to measure by comparison, this compares the companies in the market, so you can see how they performed in the market. So if you're looking at Andrews only, you can see it right here, as opposed to the average, which was 4.650. So You can see how the companies perform on a graph in a large scale. Now for the dashboard. The dashboard shows all three sheets that I just showed on one screen, and we can see how they interact with each other. So to make the dashboard interactive, click the funnel, and then we can see specifically for one company across the board. So say Andrews, we can see, and then we can see how the companies um, perform all together. So this round shows the timeline and this one shows the measurement by company. So we can see how Ferries performs amongst its other companies, and then here shows the timeline of Ferris's performance. So we are going to look at the companies in red, which was Andrew, Baldwin, and Garrett. So we can see how Andrews performed here. For this round, we can for Andrews, we can see how the timeline of their performance, and then we can also see the measurement right here. For Baldwin, also the same thing. We can see the timeline of their performance and also measure by comparison to other companies. And for Garrett also. So thank you. I hope you thank you for watching.